Hi everyone, it's Matthew and I'm back with another video of Euro Truck Simulator. So today we're taking an AMX-56 Leclerc from Innsbruck to Düsseldorf. It's only 444 miles, so hopefully it shouldn't take more than about 35-40 minutes depending. And we're also doing it in the Peterbilt 389 custom modified truck with the long chassis, you can tell, and the 359 headlights, not the 351s, because that makes it look like a 351. The 359 headlights. Anyway, I'll start talking about things I wanna say today when I get on the road. And be aware of this truck. The frames per second can go up and down quite a bit. So one moment it could be 60, and the next moment it could be 40. In a very intensive town, the frames per second can go down to 30. Which at low speeds isn't so bad, but when you're coming in quite quickly it's quite hard to manage. So yeah, with a long chassis this could be a pain to take, but let's try and manage. See, this wouldn't happen if you had the normal chassis, but because I went with the long chassis for a lap, it is happening. Oh well. It's even more of a pain trying to get out of this start. Yeah, it's a pain getting out there, but on the normal roads it's not too bad. So yeah, it's not a pain all the way. But anyway, so yeah, we're driving the Peterbilt 389 modified 1.1 as trying to drive the Peterbilt 389 version 5. Worked for a bit. When I tried to customize it, it just crashed, and that is a few months old and really need to be updated. But the same guy that makes this mod, so I honestly don't know what's going on. This is a beta version of this truck, but you know, it's good for a beta. It works well.
That's still a question that I think is, unfortunately, still warrants discussion.
You'll notice I'm revving it quite high. That's because of the heavy load. This is only a 600 horsepower truck, but it can go up to 840. But that'd be boring if we put it at 840. You know, I first challenged 600. But anyway, so let me start trying to get about what I want to talk about or what I like to mention. So I have my second monitor back up. Right now I am playing the game on the first monitor, what Windows C is the second one, but whatever, and OBS is on the other one. And let me tell you, watching it back, it looks so smooth, and despite the fact that OBS, I only have OBS recording at 40 frames per second for obvious reasons. With the old video card, it can only really get to 40-50 frames per second in normal circumstances, so there wasn't point putting it at 50 or 60, but I may consider putting it to 60 or 50 or whatever, depending. I'd have to do a test, but really what I would like to do is put the video in 1080p quality. Currently is I'm playing this at 1080p and it's been downscaled to 720. And in a way I would like to just record it at that resolution, but whether that's going to be potentially too taxing on what I have, it's another question. But I'll do a test. I'll do it first. I'll do a 1080p test, and if that works fine, I'll put it to 50, 60 frames per second. See what that's like. If there isn't a noticeable difference, then I'll just leave it out. But yeah, anyway, so my new cable came and the adapter, and there are a few things a bit odd at the moment. Having the second monitor plugged in. One is that when the PC is asleep or turn off, the monitor just didn't go to sleep. It bitches about having no cable source in the first monitor. The second thing is when I start up, the GUI boot comes up on the second monitor, and then eventually, it will only come up on the first monitor when it's loaded to the password screen. So I don't know about, have to switch the cables around or something. Whether the DVI port, if that's what it's called, is seen as the primary monitor rather than DVI-D port or something. But I don't fully know. Yeah, you really have to rev this truck hard to put it in the gears that you want. And at least I started the programs that need to be started today. The radio program, Euro, the softwares and all that, all the overclocking software that I now run, and SNAS, the SNAS program that allows you to see the time and all that there. Right now the FPS is pretty decent, going like between 65 and 80 frames per second on the country road. Yeah, that's good frames per second. Oh, we've had a tiny bit of like snow here a couple of days ago, yesterday, and I think a little bit today as well. It was so thin, the snow though was so thin that you practically stand on it and step through it, Plus, I think the engine breaks out still alright in this truck, but it'd be better if it was more sort of a physically sound like it was sort of holding back the engine in a way, rather than this whole sort of. Just sounds like a louder version of the retarder in a way. I think the old one had a better retarder or better engine brake, but it's decent. And of course now it's when I'm recording this, it's the 16th of January. It'll probably be around the 18th when this goes out, but it's only like 2 and a bit weeks now till that game, American Truck Simulator, which I'll be fully honest, I might as well give my thoughts on it, as I don't think I really have done on a video. I really haven't much given my thoughts on it, what my views are, how they're doing it and all that, and everything like that. So let's just start out with it. It has been confirmed as of yesterday, Friday the 15th of January, that the states coming with American Truck Simulator, California and Nevada. And in total it's like, I think about 45 cities, which isn't too bad. And there's load trucks, like supposedly only 4 trucks, but I think instead like 6 or something. And I don't know what the price is going to be, but I was, when it was announced, very, very hyped for it. But now I'm less hyped for it, and I'll tell you what. Because of all the rumours that been going around saying, oh, it's only one state, it's only 4 trucks. One state bit now, I know it isn't true, necessarily. But the whole thing about 4 trucks is just going to suck. And also, depends on the price, and also the price as well. I mean, what could the price be? Like £20, £25, that's fine. I don't mind paying that, but 40 quid for something that only has 2 states and 4 trucks potentially, or even 6 trucks? No, I'm not paying that. That is just way too much, you know. And I mean, the thing is that if they DLC the rest of the states, rather than just release them in free updates or map updates, as well as obviously pro mods doing it, they DLC all the rest of the states apart from California and Nevada, I'm gonna lose my limb. Because how can a company go around that isn't Dovetail Games and make a game and not have a reputation of releasing stupid amounts of DLC that adds up for extortionate amount of money, and then say we're going to release this game and potentially DLC every single state? Do they know how much resource that's going to take up for a company like that? A company that has maybe only 5 people at maximum working in the map department, the DLC department, or only 3 or 4 working in the actual game department. I mean really, it would make more sense to them just to model it over, just hire a few more people and model it over time in the big updates, and at least a load more states in updates, rather than just DLC every single state. What the fuck? I'm reloading that. That ain't fucking fair. Seriously? Jesus.
Yeah, and we have to look at contradictions.
Oh well.
Why are we anarchists? Why? That's a question, you know, you want to, I would pose. Why are you an anarchist? Why are you against this?
I am an anarchist because I rule myself. I do not need an external ruler. I believe in the individual.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about DLCing all the rest of the states, that's just stupid. I mean, how can you say with a straight face that you could DLC all the rest of America? If you do know how many states are in America, and do it to quality, and do it that it's not going to take several years? Because I can tell you this: if SCS decide to do that, pro mods or the TSM people make TSM or pro mods, will just make it themselves, you know. And SCS is gonna seem like a company that cannot live up to its expectations, you know. So this whole idea that the rest of the states will be DLC, there's gonna be the biggest hoax ever played on the public or the game community. You know, one of the biggest ones ever. Not the biggest one ever, but it's gotta be up there. You know, I don't think, you know, it's a good idea. And maybe, and I hope it is not paying 1500 quid for every time a state comes out. And plus the amount of time it will take them, potentially, to make a state. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if they had a much bigger team on their department. But they only have so many resources, then they only have so many people working on each in each department. So, to be honest, it really does not add up in a practical way and a way that is fair for the player to. No, it's really not fair on the company resources or the player to just, you know, DLC every state and do this and do that. I know you start with this many trucks in this many states. You know, it doesn't. I mean, if you ask me, I think what they should have done with American Truck Simulator is this. They should have hired a lot more people onto their team and put in at least 5 more states above California and below California, and make sure there's the X amount of trucks that Euro Truck has, and make sure they have the team so they don't have to DLC every single state and all that, and wait until that release. Yeah, we might have had to wait long until they have hired the people, but I reckon when they hired the people, how long it would take them would have been not as long, because more people, less time it takes to make the game, you know? So, but yeah, as I say, if it's over £25, I'll log in. If it's under £25, I will consider getting it. That was lucky. Wow, this is 95% country roads. Wow, this could take a while. I was playing a bit of Train Simulator yesterday because I was having very bad frames per second problems. So what I basically did is I verified the game, re-verified the game, and I went to the settings and, well, realised the second tab. I actually forgot that. I turned everything up in the second tab and put the setting to, well, most of the settings. And I didn't do this with all programs because I had a couple of programs running in the background that use CPU resources that train to use quite a lot. Anyway, and I turned there's what's lower, the scenario density I left quite high, but the scenario quality was kind of medium, and shadows were off, and water quality was kind of in the lower section, but it was nearer the high. And I was playing on the Amtrak. The New York to New Haven Amtrak scenario or something like that, or Northeast Corridor I think it was, and it was getting in the stations like 30-45 frames per second, and then outside the station it was getting up to 60 frames per second, and I reckon if I had closed, you would run all that, it would have gone up to like 70 or 80, I've been able to raise the settings a little bit, so the quality would have been better. Yeah, if I had known that there was all these other settings that re-tax on the graphics card in the second, or on the CPU in the second tab. Second tab of the graphics settings, I would have literally turned it off a long time ago. And in fact, I used to. So apparently, when it was reset to high settings, it puts it on by default. I don't know why, but it just does.
And that parental unit, of course, is filled by the state. And the indoctrination process of the 15,000 hours of schooling that we have in America. And,
now, if you sit back here, though, you sit back here and you try and drive from here. I'll drive a little bit back here and show you how hard it is. Actually, it's not so bad in this truck because you actually have a decent up-head view of what you're doing. Well, you say it's easy, then you just crash. Yeah, but anyway, it's not as hard as the Kenworth. What the fuck? Ah! Reload again. It's not as bad as the Kenworth W900B. That is just the worst when you go to the back. Yeah, but I gotta be really careful because I got a really overly sensitive load to damage, which is just crazy because it's a tank. How is a tank sensitive to damage?
Assuming that the laws apply and that the government is legitimate. That is the first. So there's no investigation into that. We're taught to just assume that. We're always taught that government good, freedom bad. You know, the cops are always the good guy. Always the good. Just like you watch that maddening documentary again, Making a Murder. There is direct evidence showing with a signature that one of the cops went into and got his blood. That his signature's on it. He's the only one that could have done it. And this was okay. And they get up and they say about tarnishing a man's reputation. Like you falsely convicted the guy the first time. You're railroading him a second time. Planted evidence. It's obvious as the day is long. And you're concerned about the cop's reputation. Because it goes back to this mythology, and that's why I'm going to do a video. There's no such thing as a good cop. That's like saying that there's a good soldier in the mafia. You know, Phil, I don't know why they use it.
Yeah, you'd think that skipping 3 gears wouldn't be so hard on the truck, but apparently it is. Plus, I think refueling would help, to be honest, because we're getting quite near the red. You can see the fuel gauge.
You know, who operate those drones. Not all of them are bad people, just because they're killing innocent men, women, and children. They're not all bad.
yeah.
So we're taught this garbage that government is always good, that the concept of government is good. So like I wrote in the book, there's only certain types of government that are bad, but the concept itself is always good and is not subject to challenge. If you challenge that, then you're unpatriotic.
Or racist, or whatever. A myriad of reactions that people will just throw at you that are illogical.
Yeah. That's why it's kind of frustrating to see the individuals go and speaking in public with these agents who they're able to put them on the phone and speak to them on the street, and they don't strike and start challenging them into making a moral case for the work.
Oh, that road down there, that's a good view of it.
I'll give you about 2 minutes or more, as much time as you need, make a moral argument for having a government do what you do.
Right.
And because I don't have that opportunity. I mentioned, maybe you don't remember this, the Arizona.
Yeah, let's try not to crash now, because you saw that when we did that twice there. The trailer pretty much just said, well, I'm going to 100% damage you, make you lose all your money. Which is pretty stupid, if you ask me, but whatever. I was going to say, here's the fastest we've been all this video, but apparently not. Apparently the fucking traffic lights. I can't honestly tell with the brakes are with any top load because I keep having to basically readjust the what's oops. can't tell what is the best break saying full loads. You can't just put it on high for one and low for the other, because then I keep having to readjust it, which I don't like doing.
When you start talking about morals, what's the first response that you get? Whose morals?
Yeah, but that's why you don't have to take it directly and use the word moral. That's why I take it from the standpoint of just evidence. Or I bring out the
And I've got to say, actually,
and I've done this.
but this isn't actually full graphics. This is what I would consider high / ultra. It's not absolute ultra, but it's pretty high, close to ultra, and you know, it's pretty beautiful, and I'm still getting rather good frames. So you know, clearly indicates the game graphics card. There's 4 gigs of VRAM rather than 2 paid off. Even though this game wouldn't make a massive difference in newer games, it really would.
I think if you keep it simple and just put it in factual terms, look, if I did like you did and force perfect strangers to give me money, would you consider me criminal? Would you consider that wrong? Everyone's gonna say, well, hell yes. Isn't that what government does? People go government, they just make women. Aren't they just forcing strangers to give them money? Isn't it wrong? But we're up against break. We'll be back in moments here on the No State Drive. We'll continue your calls in the next hour. So please, if you're online waiting, we appreciate your patience. We'll get to that in the next hour.
I like that last segment, man. That was, you know, a little bit more feedback on the stream here. It looks like.
Again, I didn't get a chance to see it.
Yeah, people are all.
Plus, this metallic red actually looks quite nice on this truck, and really shines in the sunshine.
It's become part of running joke on the show, so I don't think I've missed a week yet since you were on. This makes me laugh every time. That's kind of infantile that okay. You heard this on the show before.
But yeah, the speed limit might only be 37, but to be honest, I don't think it really matters going 52, to be honest, because, well, apart from here where you gotta slow down for the road, but
Do you know Threat Management Center there in Detroit?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I've had a couple interviews with the guys. They're great, man. You gotta have them on your show.
Yeah, I know that. I heard about them from Pete Air with Coplon.
Yeah, they're doing. Actually, they have a subsidiary out of Phoenix, man. They're gonna be launching in Phoenix. I'm gonna introduce you. Well, his name is. You're not on Facebook, are you?
I had way too much unwanted attention.
No.
But yeah, if you want to.
well, it's nice.
You gotta talk to him. He's really good. And they're gonna be doing a seminar down there. I'll let you know. And then I'm gonna be going up and doing a ride along with them. He's invited me to come up and check out what they do and start right on the ground, you know.
Coming down Phoenix, or are you going to Detroit?
I'll be going to Detroit. I'll let you know when I'll be in Phoenix. I come down there. I do dog seminars, like dog training seminars.
guys whether we can actually finish this job in a reasonable amount of time is a different question, but whatever.
It's always funny. But I mentioned the Detroit though.
Yeah, it's only 265 miles to go, but the tour speed, that could take a while. You actually look at the roads ahead. There's a very little motorway and a lot of physical, just country road, but so you keep an average decent speed up, it shouldn't take too long.
Detroit is a private company that has been doing a lot of good in the local neighborhoods.
Yes, I wouldn't actually mind doing like hour and 30-minute videos if I had the chance to. Just a matter of how long it takes to upload. Even with OBS, you know, 2 gigs of footage or 2.5, 3 gigs of footage takes, you know, so long to upload. And to be honest, I don't exactly believe in letting a video upload like 16, 17 hours. What type it is. Because I don't exactly think that. Oh, I don't exactly like the idea of leaving my PC to upload something for 16 hours, because I wouldn't be able to do anything much in that time. You know, I don't think that's, unless it could be uploaded. It's just had a, you know, PC that would just upload stuff that then equally I would want it connected to a separate internet connection. And then I'd just build it. I wouldn't put a graphics card in it, but I'd probably just use like a mid-range AMD processor, a Gigabyte motherboard of sorts, and I don't know, 21, 33 MHz DDR3 memory, so the onboard video is smooth and okay power supply. I probably wouldn't put a graphics card in because it wouldn't be for gaming. It would literally be to just upload stuff onto it. I feel fine with that, but the whole idea of using your main PC to upload something for 16 hours, no, I don't like the idea of that. That idea does not stick to me. So the Jake brake sounds alright, but it doesn't sound like genuinely good. How the Camel W900B Jake brake sounded was just literally incredible, but whatever. It's what he used to slow down this truck, so. We're only now 222 miles to go, so that isn't too bad. If we can keep a good average speed up. This time I'm actually using the right scene. I didn't realise this after the video because I didn't have the second monitor working then. The last video I was using the wrong scene and didn't have SNAS open to the very end, so all you saw was very stuck a lot of times or whatever. like doing these very heavy oversized loads because more of a challenge than just being able to drive at 60 mile an hour constant. Yeah, that's nice cruising, but equally it's nice to have a bit of a challenge. You just really have to struggle to pull the loads up the hills. Imagine you drive like a truck from the 50s or the late 40s. Because I only found this out recently in a video I watched, but this 1949 came up because the engine size was so big back then. You could only do like 10 miles an hour, 5 to 6 miles per hour up the hill with the average load on it. Which one time was probably fine, but nowadays obviously that's not really the best thing to do. And even without, you can only go like 15 miles an hour per hill, which is a bit of a shame because the lack of engine power. Whatever. But what I should do is, before I drive a truck like this, look up the engine size it actually comes with, see if they're realistic, and then pick the ones that I would choose if it was real life. I should own the Peterbilt 351 or whatever truck it is I have, the old one. Should have done it with that, because then could have. I probably could have picked a more reasonable engine size for that truck era. From the 60s or whatever.
Absolutely not. And not only that, but you know,
That's a little like face stuff.
when you use your head, and vegan does not mean, you know, just eating French fries and vegan donuts. You know, there's lots of processed food in that realm too. So you have to educate yourself, and that's why it's good to have these resources like a Vegan for Life, How Not to Die. So do your research, and you know, everybody is different. And I think that, you know, all these diets and how we've been brought up has to do with how long it's going to take us to really, really get our body to accept this diet.
Yeah, see, I didn't find any problems with my body accepting it. I know that yes, you're smart to take B12 supplement. Yes, you're going to need to do that. Unless you're living on a farm, you kind of eat your vegetables directly out of the garden. And you may actually need to
Oh well.
which we are against.
Yeah, I really should just increase the braking intensity, but what if I, at the end of this journey, go through journeyism and stuff, a load that is not as heavy, and then I have to turn it down again, you know?
And I was wishing we had more time, but I had people scheduling it. But I wanted to make sure we got you first. At least 4 seconds.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much, dude.
Hey, appreciate it, and yeah, get me in touch with you guys. And I'd definitely like to see what you can do. Maybe do a video with you.
Okay, will do, man. Will do.
Yeah, we're in the valley, definitely. You know, I'd like to do a content, you know, be with you and maybe be vegan by then.
Yeah, hopefully, man, and the same likewise with you. You're very content, so I'd love to have you out on my farm and put you on the tractor, dude.
Oh man, I still, you know, I remember when you showed that video, you walked outside and you did that. That's the only place I can live in California. Yeah, I think I told you it was Big Bear because it looks like that.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm about ready to, as soon as I hang up, gonna go out on a hike with my dogs and my wife, dude. So,
Well, as soon as I'm done with the show, I get everything over to Cal, I'm gonna grab a guitar and bass and we'll go and throw the shelves and talk about it. We're gonna do some jamming, so almost as good.
all right, on Mark. We'll talk soon, brother.
All right, remember, animals are friends on the move.
That's right. See you, man.
I'm not going back for 30% damage. Just screw that.
Anarchy meaning the rejection of a ruling class and the hierarchies that go with it, the exploitation of the weak by the strong, and we reject
only 146 miles left now, so that's not so bad. Frankly, I could just quick travel to the rest of this journey, but it won't be the fun of that, eh? Wow, oh my god. Where on earth did that happen? You know, I think it's virtually impossible to get through this journey without some damage. It's seriously 43% damage. That is just stupid. Might get still somewhat for the journey with that. Yeah, that's why you hope when you get one of these jobs you don't end up on these country roads, because otherwise you're pretty much just stuck there. Which button is for my home? Yeah, I never had a hold on. only 80 miles to go. I know they're probably going to get very little money for this journey, but that's a you can't have every journey perfect, and if you have a load like this, like that burden, normal load, it's not too hard to keep it from getting too damaged, but with a load like this, that's a challenge, because it's supposedly overly fragile, which I don't believe, because it's a tank. Tanks are not fragile. They're in constant battle, and they don't, when they get shot at constantly and moving the ground constantly. So how it can be a fragile load is beyond me.
Their laws apply to you. Okay, tell you what, just keep track of that, question, we're up against the break. And so you got a couple minutes to think about what you would say when a prosecutor says, I don't have to put that on. We'll be back with Sharon in just a moment. And we'll also get to your calls. Please, there's a lot to get to, so don't go away. Right back on LRA, not a minute.
Well, I mean, 29 miles to go now, and I know this video is like 50 minutes long, but to be honest, it don't feel like to me 50 minutes. It feels more like, I don't know, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes maybe. But the fact is that I would feel a bit better if I didn't finish this journey and I didn't have so much damage on my truck. Because pretty much anything over like, I think it was on 7%, and it went up to 43. In ways I don't understand, and it didn't notify me of it, which is the kind of annoying thing, is that it does not notify you of it. It just randomly goes up, Plus you can't actually see the damage. It claims it's internal or something, but I don't believe that. But it's a wide ass load, so I think it's more likely the trailer would be damaged than the load would be damaged. Whoops.
That's fine. You know, that's fine. A lot of people figure that the prosecutor is a legal expert. Of course, he does have an advanced university degree in law, and yeah, he's been doing this. So you know, you're not a professional litigator, so a lot of people would just take, I didn't realize that you didn't have to do that. I'm from Long Island. I've got a group what I think is a pretty sharp CS meter, and I just don't accept that. I can't accept anything that the prosecutors say is true. I think that pretty much everything those called government say it's a lie. So assume that everything the prosecutor's going to tell you at the office is a lie and challenge it. Don't accept anything. Then if the guy gives you the time of day, go check another clock. Get it from another source. So when they say I don't have to prove that, what he's actually saying to you in those certain words is I can argue against you. I can make claims against you if I don't have to have any evidence to back it up. So you want to ask him a clarifying question as part of the Socratic method so that he can't later accuse you of twisting his words. Well, if you won't have any merits, they'll still do it. They look stupid. So they should. So you ask them, so you're telling me you can argue this point with no witnesses? Because you're probably not familiar with what that actually means. And I mentioned this on the show last week. When a prosecutor argues without evidence and without a witness, with the person's firsthand knowledge of that evidence, he is not only speculating at your disadvantage and at your disadvantage, right? But he's also engaged in prosecutorial conduct. The prosecutor, and that's why if you look at their ethics, it even states in there 3.1 is kind of standard one. They may not, it's unethical for them to argue without evidence.
Okay.
So that's how I handle that garbage. So in an example, I seem to mention this every show. So if you go onto my Hall of Shames and go down the list,
Yeah,
you can
reckless.
find,
Yeah, right.
you know, in the last 6-8
Freaking
months, what the prosecutor said to me. That
Yeah, I
they
did
don't
see how
have to do
44%
that.
damage.
And then I
Because
go
the
to
71
and it's what she said,
71 grand loss.
you know, taking
XP I can kind of
even though
understand,
that's
but
exactly what you said.
seriously?
But this is
How
what
much
you,
money
this
loss?
is what you have to
Jesus. Oh.
respect. If you lie to your team,
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video regardless, and you know, at least I remember to start everything this time. But anyway, until next time,
so
have a good day,
any questions?
and I'll see you in the next one.
Well,
Salute.